Brews and Banter.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Roman.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am well.
Back together again?
Again. And I'm so tired, man.
Yeah, I got some things going on in my eyes, too.
Crazy week.
Itchy and shit.
But since our last recording, I took so many fucking notes. Got a lot of shit to talk about.
Good. Well, let's talk about this shit first.
Let's talk about this.
So, yeah, this one we're going to start off with a Treehouse Brewing. It's called Ruby Bay. It is a dry-hopped New Zealand Pilsner, 5% ABV. And in our little hiatus, I mean, which really is not that long, I'm going to show people how I learned to pour a fucking beer.
Oh, no way.
No, I fucking studied it.
I heard a lot of people.
Oh, no, that was my fault. Fuck you, man.
Watch your phone.
That's not my... I didn't do that. That's not my
Didn't
problem.
you say you brought some douche rags?
I brought some shot rags, yeah. Are you not going to fucking open yours and pour it? Or?
I am.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
It's yeah, I'm so spaced out. It's brewed in Charlton, Massachusetts.
Yeah, this was not my fault. Did you shake these cans up or something?
No, but my can feels like it's been dropped, rolled, sat on, and fucking kicked around
People talk about your can like that all the time.
by Ace Ventura.
See, this is perfect. Like, there's a little bit of foam in there, right?
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
No, that's good.
Just the tip.
No, just the tip. See that, guys? And we got this can, but
What kind of bird is that?
it's pelican.
Heron?
Pelican.
Oh no, it's not heron.
Like our pelican case.
Oh man, look, it's perfect. Look at the crown on
Yeah,
the
you're
head.
just an overachiever. Everybody's really fucking proud of you. Yeah, I still got like a third of this can left.
That's right.
All right,
One of these days you'll get it.
I just want to drink it, yeah.
I believe in you.
Okay, thanks for the faith.
So this is, what'd you say? It's Pilsner?
New Zealand Pilsner, yeah.
Cheers. Ding.
I like the ting.
It's good.
It's good, but
I can't figure out.
it tastes like more of a IPA to me.
No, I was going to say tastes like cream ale.
No, come on.
Yeah.
It's like kicking me in the dick. I like the cream ales. What? I like the cream ales, and you're just ruining it for me.
No, it doesn't taste bad.
No, it's not bad, but it tastes like a... I mean, I had some beers before this. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, so have I.
That's okay. Drink it up. Yum.
It's good. I like it. I don't know if I've been disappointed or disliked any of the Treehouse.
No, it's like grow.
Yeah.
But
You just said something about Treehouse. Do you have any specifics on that?
yeah, so I don't know what the specifics are exactly, but I know there's some sort of lawsuit going on between them, the
Partners?
owners.
Mm.
You know, something with a partner. One partner suing some of the other owners because of lavish spending, and I think they've taken money and might have even opened another business to buy real estate.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, people can search. I didn't really write down the specifics.
This is all allegedly. We'll figure out for the next episode.
Well, in things like this, I don't really care about because there's just so much money involved that somehow it's going to get settled. Someone's going to get paid, or something's going to get brushed away, or they'll make it all better.
I really don't care what happens as long as they stay open and continue making good beer.
Yeah, and fucking send us some beer,
And
or we're going to sue you too.
It doesn't affect.
We're going to sue if you don't send us free beer.
It doesn't affect employees.
Yeah.
So how's your week been?
Good. Well, good that it's over.
I thought you said you have a joke for me.
Oh yeah.
Let's open up a couple jokes.
What's what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
What?
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face.
That's good. That's good. I got something. Hold on.
You got something.
Yeah.
It's fucking penicillin.
What do you call a spider with 10 eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Either.
Oh my god. Where do you find these things?
I just come across it.
Like it sounds like it's like something on a popsicle stick.
I come across it.
Like a little, like a kitty, like icy or something. Like, and they get to the end of it.
I like dad jokes, so
it's okay.
when I come across. Here's one. What does a deaf gynecologist do?
Oh, I know this. He gets he gets a wet nose.
They read lips.
Oh yeah, I can see that. What's red and bad for your teeth?
What?
A brick.
That's true. Did I ever tell you my dick was in World Guinness Record book? Then the librarian told me to take it out.
Here, okay, we got one last one.
All right.
You got to do this. Stick your hand out, and then
You're gonna put your balls in here?
no, I need 2 hands for that. So, pretend there's a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead in your hand.
Okay.
Right. So, you need your other hand. Take the brunette out and put it up to your eye.
What?
Put up to your eye.
Brunette?
Yep. Put up to your eye.
Okay.
And then, does that feel like the first time you had sex?
I don't know. No.
Okay, put it back.
Okay.
do it with the blonde. Put the blonde up here.
So weird.
Put up to your.
Okay.
Does that feel like it?
No.
Okay. Put her back.
There's gonna be something
Now
stupid.
take the redhead and put it up to your eye. And does that feel like the first time you had sex?
No.
All right, put it back in. All right, now shake them all up. Does that feel like the first time you had sex?
Yes. I saw this video where the guy was standing at the sink like this. No, like that. And he was pouring beer in there. His wife goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I'm trying to get my girlfriend drunk."
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Pour beer on your hand to get your date drunk. Yeah. Switch hands makes it feel like you're with someone different.
What's good about that hooker on you?
What's good about what?
A dead hooker on you.
What's good about a dead hooker on me? Mm-hmm. You have to pay her.
Second hour is free.
Ugh.
Terrible, terrible.
Disgusting.
That's okay.
All right, what else we got to talk about?
So did you know that Chinese president was here in the United States?
Mm-hmm.
Or was he prime minister, president? The fuck is-
president. In San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently when he flew in, they round up all the homeless people and fucking cleaned up the street.
Yeah, no, he went through and did all that. So,
That's fucked
Gavin
up.
Newsom.
Yeah.
And
that's why I don't fucking like him.
They, I saw him on a debate recently against DeSantis.
You know what he said, too, about that? He said, well, it's like your home. You know, when guests are coming, you got to clean it up.
Yeah, right. But the reason, California's not even doing well, right?
No.
In San Francisco, especially not doing well. But Newsom was the mayor of San Francisco before he became the governor.
Yeah.
So he's just fucking things up along the way.
He's been fucking things up pretty bad.
And when he was debating with DeSantis, it looked like he's auditioning for a part in a movie. Like his teeth, he's like, his hair's all slicked back. Just his mannerisms. I'm like, why are you acting like that?
I mean,
DeSantis is just not much better, but like
just seeing him, it's like I would rather put my hand in the meat grinder.
Yeah, I'd rather put my dick in your hand and then put it in the meat grinder.
Then in the meat grinder. I don't think that meat grinder can handle it.
No, I can't. You can't handle the tooth.
Yeah. So apparently, Xi Jinping came to discuss about something about environmental shit. Like environment, like being green and shit like that, while they're opening like 6 new coal mines.
Yeah, like I think a week or something like this.
Yeah, I'm like, they don't give a fuck. This is all just a show.
And John Kerry wants to shut down coal mining in the U.S.
Yeah, this is just all show. In the meantime, not only they're doing that, but they have this it's like not cybersecurity. What do you call it? I've been having brain farts lately. Is there medicine for that?
We're drinking it.
Oh, that's true. So it's like a group to infiltrate like cybersecurity shit. What do you call it? Hackers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they call this Dragon Bridge. And it's a disinformation program by China confronting protesters, donating money to like Greenpeace and saying like, push your agenda. So like U.S. will shut down, like oil and coals and shit like that. And impacting regulatory committee throughout the U.S. So they'll go to like local governments and push, spend money so that they would push laws that would make it difficult for companies to develop, like chips, for example, or...
The U.S. is doing this, you said?
China's doing this.
Oh, because the U.S. I know is doing things also now to make it more difficult, but we're way behind.
No, China is doing to U.S.
Right, but the U.S. is also now doing things to make it more difficult for China. Like, no more, you can't buy any land. They're not letting China buy land in the U.S.
No, but what I'm saying is China is doing that to us on our land. We're not doing any of that shit in China.
Well,
like, we're not affecting their local governments.
What fucking land is available in China? I mean, they got to fucking build up.
Well, today I heard that their economy is kind of hitting a tough period where they're in debt over $7 trillion. But
we're 17.
Well, yeah, but they said between 7 to 14 trillion.
Yeah,
but
that's what's a couple trillion a month.
They don't know because they can't get correct information from
because
China.
They're currency manipulators anyway.
They're always lying and shit like that. So I thought it was interesting that this Chinese leader was coming over, and it's just all fucking bullshit show.
All of it, every government. I mean, especially ours. But it's like a whorehouse.
And what they did with
just fucking pay for shit.
What they did with homeless people is just displace them. Mm-hmm. That's it. They didn't take care of it, even though they get millions of dollars every year or how many months, I don't know. Budget specifically for taking care of homeless people, and all they did is just round them up, move them, put fence up, and you didn't take care of the problem. Yeah. You just
moved the problem.
All the garbage you had laying around, and I apologize to call people garbage. I don't mean it that way. I'm just using it as an example. Because he used it as, your house is dirty, you clean it when guests are coming. So basically he took the mess, shoved it to the side. And
yeah, I saw people complaining about this because he lined the streets with Chinese flags, not U.S. flags.
Oh my gosh, that's so disrespectful.
But
fuck him.
I know a lot of the thought is he's running a shadow campaign in the event Biden can't run or won't run or something like that.
I told you there were talks about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope not.
No, and the whole government's fucked up. The whole world, really, all these wars, everything. I mean,
it's so much going on.
How much fucking money can we keep sending? Like, they've got like $135 billion, I think, is what they're going to end up so far sending to Ukraine and Israel. What if they just gave every American $1 million? Every American, what is there, 300 million Americans?
Over 330.
Okay,
million.
Say there's 500 million. That's only
I don't know how many now, but...
That's only $500 million. Mm-hmm. We're spending...
Well, no. That's $1 per person.
Oh. Dog math. You fucking going back to dog math?
No, $500 million for 500 million people, that's $1 per person.
Oh, well.
But it's okay.
All right, well, just give them like 200,000 each.
Well, no. Here's this.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
Our country accidentally, like, oops, we made a mistake, right? Gave $6 billion to Ukraine, and then they're like, "Oh, we made an accident. Well, we'll just deduct that from the next like fee we gave them." But that $6 billion would have rebuilt Hawaii after the fire. Mm-hmm. The complete repair of like homes and businesses.
But instead, it went to the Ukraine and back to Biden.
Yeah, instead of taking care of your country, your people,
your border,
who paid those taxes,
your southern border
that you're giving away.
Yep.
you just took that money and oops, like we accidentally gave too much. Like
Yeah.
where's your aid? Where's your oops for Hawaii?
But this happens with everything. It's just there's no oversight.
It's so disgusting.
Nobody knows who's where it's going. I don't know. Did Zelensky buy $6 billion in
There's so much
stone,
corruption.
or did he buy a tank and for $2 million and then he pocketed the rest? Like,
A gold-plated tank.
yeah, nobody knows.
There was a recent meeting where they were going to give them more money, and he was supposed to show up, but he found out that there was something going on where someone is running against him for presidency in Ukraine. So he went over there instead to see if he can stop that person from running for like, here's the corruption, right?
Whatever. Yeah.
There's the money you're spending billions for that kind of democracy. You call that democracy?
Right. Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Shame.
Is it considered democracy over there?
It's not fucking democracy.
Right.
Fucking
Or
corruption.
do they call
first
themselves
class.
democracy?
Supposedly that's where we're spending money on.
I saw that there's Democrats funding Republican candidates because they don't want Trump to win. So
They
they're
probably had enough of it.
yeah.
Enough of this fucking clown show.
I've had enough of it too.
To
Let's
put
talk
somebody-
about our fucking bottle opener.
No, before we do that, put the boobs on hold for now.
You want me to hold the boobs?
Yeah, hold the boobs. Instead of hold your horses, hold your boobs.
Hold your boobs.
We have the holiday theme over here.
Well, it's more important. Boobs or the holiday tree?
Boobs, obviously.
Oh, we should have boobs on the holiday tree.
Oh, we should. Oh, hanger. Oh,
I
I didn't mean like.
Yeah. Now you sound like our government. No, I can't fucking hang this on the tree. The tree will tip over. We can't touch this fucking thing.
I said hanger.
But yeah, so
Oh,
look at
man.
our tree. Check it out with the little beer bottles and stuff.
Beer bottles,
Ornaments.
wine,
Yeah.
bourbon, vodka. What else is here? Tequila,
Beer.
beer.
I mean, we already said that.
Yeah.
There's lights on it.
It's alcohol. It's not ornaments, it's alcoholnaments.
Yes. Right.
Where's that Syracuse mug I brought?
It was out in the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
The Alcohol of Fame.
Yeah, I found this 1987 Syracuse orange mug.
Undefeated football team.
Undefeated year.
It was actually Orange Men at
0.
the time.
11-0. At that time?
Yeah, Syracuse Orangemen.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think they changed it in maybe even early 2000s.
Did you know that, the Syracuse orange paper?
Mhm.
Do you know they've been around since 1900?
No?
So I was remodeling a house in Syracuse that was built in 1900. And I was replacing windows. And I guess back then they used to stuff newspaper in the gaps between the windows.
Insulation?
For insulation. And then there was an attic door as well. And there was some newspaper stuffed in the gaps.
Mhm.
And when I pulled the newspaper out, it was Syracuse orange.
So do you know the house was built in 1900 or that paper, was it built before
The
that?
house was built 1900 and the date on the paper is 1900.
Oh, so you know for a fact the house was built that year.
Yes.
It wasn't built like before and then remodeled.
Yes.
Is it plaster lath, these things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then something, it's funny, I'll tell you about that house. And then I found other things. So what I do is when I remodel a whole, like a full house for somebody, do like a full, either, not a flip, but, well, sometimes flips, but sometimes people buy a house, I remodel the whole thing and they move it.
But you can move it yourself if you wanted, if you bought it and did it.
Yeah,
You
for
can do that.
myself,
Yep.
yeah. And then what I do throughout the process of remodeling is when I find interesting pieces, like clippings of newspaper, for example. In that house, I found the old boxing card, like a sports card,
Yep.
collecting card. But they used to put, this is funny, they used to put them on the back of cigarette boxes.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So boxing and smoking, great combination.
Cigarette boxing.
Yeah, but so I found that card. I found an old cap from a Coke bottle.
Mhm.
And so these little findings I find that I think are kind of unique. And what I did is I put it on a picture frame and gave it to the owners as a gift.
Yeah.
So I do stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen some people do things like that.
Just like a neat touch.
You ever watch Barnwood Builders? Did I tell you about the show?
Mm-mm.
I think it's on DIY, but it's just a company, and they go buy old barns throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit's falling down, people want it out of their place, whatever. But they take the wood and salvage the wood because that's very valuable to people that want to use it for a certain purpose. Some people will build a house with it. They'll build a new cabin with it, and then they'll take these big, huge, rustic, hand-hewn logs, like maybe 10 inches wide, 20 feet long.
Yeah.
Like that's what they did then. But they take them out and they figure out, if someone else wants to build a house out of it, they'll figure out a design using those.
Yeah, how to incorporate
But they find these old things also, and typically it's, some memoir stuff, but like a lot of old tools, like a sickle or some shit like this, like they do all these things you use on a farm. But they'll take the wood and then they'll make a modern house out of it. So you'll have an exterior that looks like that. They put the chinking in it that it's a certain material, but the stuff that seals the gaps between the logs. Mm-hmm. And then inside you go in, it's like this modern, really well-lit, refinished, hardwood floors, granite countertop type building.
Well, what they do is, so that's your exterior of the home, and then they actually frame on the inside. Yeah,
like a sub-wall or some bullshit.
They frame it because they need a wall to run like electrical and put up insulation. Yeah. But some like log homes, they'll have that exposed on the inside. Right. So wood actually has an R value. So R value is a measurement in insulation. So depending on what kind of wood it is, I know a 2x4, for example, that's like pine usually or dog fir. It's an R1 per inch. So R1 value per inch. So
R19 is 19 inch?
So your 2x4 is 3.5 inches. So it's R3.5. Mm-hmm.
So this must have come from like pirates, like R.
Yeah, they were insulating back then.
It's a pirate unit of insulation measurement.
Hey, we were talking about money earlier. I have a funny story. I guess it's a joke. So I don't know what you call these fucking longer ones. This rich guy walks into a bank and he goes, I would like to take a loan for $5,000. So they're like, this is weird. Like New York City, this guy looks like he's wealthy and got a lot of money. Why does he just need $5,000? They're like, well, okay, the process is what you got to put down the collateral. He goes, okay, here's keys to my Ferrari. You hold that. They're like, okay. So the manager gets the paperwork ready. He goes, sign here, here, and here. He goes, okay. So he signs. They give him $5,000. He goes, okay, here's the key to my Ferrari, and you can hold that as a collateral. So one of the bank employees goes and takes the Ferrari to their underground garage, and they're like, that's fucking weird. This guy used $500,000 car for $5,000. So a couple of weeks go by. He comes back, and he pays him $5,000 back. And $16.78, which is the interest. And the manager says, oh, okay, thank you. This went well. Here's your keys back to your car. But I have a question. I go, sure. If you have that kind of money, like, why would you take the $5,000? He goes, where else in New York City can you find 2 weeks parking for $16.78?
Right.
Clever.
It's safe. Right.
That's why he has a lot of money, right?
Yeah. What else is there, Roman? Oh, let's talk about the beer, first of all. It's good. I like it.
You know what? It's easy drinking beer.
Well, that's it. So we kind of got away from it because
I kept drinking, and it was just like normal. It's one of those beers that you just have a conversation with someone, and it doesn't punch you in the throat or give you any like weird aftertaste that makes you think about it. So it was like, is that a word? Thoughtless?
Yeah.
Mindless? Mindless.
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, it's like a... I can make up words.
Yeah. You wanted to hang,
very mindless,
you wanted
right?
to hang the boobs on the tree. You hang the girl.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You wanted to show us our new bottle opener.
Yeah, see?
My friend got it from me from... Yeah. Do we have to blur that?
Oh, you should blow it up.
Is YouTube going to be okay with it?
I don't know. It's a novelty, right?
Well, actually, nipples are covered, right? So
yeah, she's just in a bathing suit, right? But whatever.
I've seen worse on Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram's like fucking porn now. Oh, one more funny story. So this golfer.
This is a true story or a joke?
No, joke.
Okay.
I'll call them a funny stories. They're short, funny stories. A golfer is golfing on a new course for the first time, and he's a little disoriented. I mean, sometimes you golfing like, where's the fucking next hole, right?
Right.
So he sees this woman.
Same thing happens in bed.
Yeah.
Where's the next
Lights
hole?
go out,
Where's
I get disoriented.
Where's the next
Get
hole?
the compass out. So he sees this woman. He goes, excuse me, sorry to bother you. Can't tell what hole I'm on. She's like, well, I started before you and you were right behind me. So I'm on hole 6, so you must be on hole 5. He goes, oh, thank you so much. So a few holes in, and then he gets lost again. He's like, fuck, this way or this direction. Where's the hole? Like, he sees her again. He's like, hey, sorry to bother you again. I lost what hole I'm on. She goes, well, I'm on 16, so you're probably on 15. He goes, oh, thank you so much. Again, apologize for disrupting your game. So he finishes, goes into a clubhouse, and he sees her at the bar. He goes, oh, this would be a great gesture if I buy her a drink to thank her for helping me out. So he asked her if he could buy her a drink, and she says, sure. So they're talking. He goes, do you mind me asking what you do for a living? She said, I'll tell you, but you're probably going to laugh about it. He's like, no, I'm not like that. Just, what do you do? She goes, I'm a salesperson for tampons. He's laughing his ass off. She goes, I told you. He goes, no, that's not what I'm laughing about. He goes, I'm a salesman for toilet paper, so I'm still a hole behind you.
Okay.
There's something else I wanted to bring up before this joke, but I didn't want to forget the joke, so I wanted to tell you first. But so ever since I moved here from Massachusetts,
Masshole.
I know. Well, I am no longer Masshole.
Okay. Oh, it goes away? Like you lose,
once
lose your massholeness?
Well, Massholes are drivers. So now I have New York State driver's license, so I'm not a Masshole anymore. Cool. Only when I'm driving there.
Okay,
because if you're not a Masshole in Massachusetts, you're gonna get an accident.
All right, we'll remain friends then. No.
Ding. So my wife didn't believe me this. I would hit birds with my car.
On purpose?
I feel terrible. By accident.
Oh.
They would fly into my truck.
Here, you mean?
Here.
Yeah.
And there was a period where it happened like a few times a week.
What?
And I'm like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
So I told her, I said, honey, like this thing happened and I feel bad. These little birds just bounce off the car, but I have nothing to do with it. So she's like, that's crazy. No way. So we were driving to a mall one day and a fucking crow bounced off my windshield. I said, see, I told you.
I don't understand that.
So then one day,
is it bad juju or something?
I don't know. Are they like birds targeting me for something? I don't understand. These fucking dinosaurs.
Probably want to nest in your fucking beard.
I didn't have a beard then. Then I was driving. This happened a couple of years ago. I was driving on the road not too far from here, and there was a flock of turkeys, and they were flying across the road. And I slowed down, and at least 2 or 3 like skidded across my windshield and my roof. So
you got some problems.
I pulled over. I pulled over, and you could see their claws, like they were walking on mud, and you can see their like skid marks on the windshield. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So then,
I've probably hit like one bird in my life.
No, man. If I count, I've hit 50 birds maybe since I moved here. So I was driving home from a hunt the other day, and a little bird like hit the car really hard, like bam, and it went flying. I was like, damn it keeps happening. So I was gonna bring it up on the podcast to like see if that happens to you, or if it happens to anybody else, but it's unusually a lot.
That's
and
not
different
right.
size birds, like fucking turkeys, crows.
You have those deer whistlers on your car? You know those things? You know what those
No.
are?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
have.
you need something for a bird whistler. How do
I
birds
don't
hear?
want to attract them.
Where's the ear on a bird? Like, I don't fucking.
Where's the ear?
Yeah, how do they hear? Do you have like little bird ears?
Probably.
Like little fucking bird lobes and
You
shit?
probably don't see them under the feathers.
Yeah. So maybe they can't fucking hear. That's why they run into shit. They don't hear cars coming.
Maybe, or I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's you. You got a fucking problem, man.
I know that the light pollution fucks with the birds because they use stars for navigation.
The what?
Excuse me. Light pollution.
Light pollution?
Yeah.
What is that?
Never heard of it?
No.
So street lights, building lights.
Is this always at night when you're hitting them?
No. I said what fucks with the birds is light pollution at night.
Right, but if you're hitting them during the day, how are they fucked up from the light pollution?
No, I was just saying other things that mess with the birds.
Yeah.
I don't know bird math, so don't ask me.
Either way, that's a lot. That's a very uncommon, I would guess. I mean, unless I'm just really good at
weird,
not hitting.
right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe everybody else does hit them. I don't. I mean,
I tell you, man, if these birds evolved back into dinosaurs, they're gonna fucking eat me.
I've skipped a couple deer across. Like I stop and I skid. And, like I'll like clip them in the back. I mean, it's in a little car. I mean, it's not, and definitely not intentional. But like I don't know until it's too late. Or sometimes it's shitty weather and I slide. I mean, I've hit more deer than I have birds.
I was gonna ask, have you ever hit a deer?
Yeah, I just told you I hit some deer and I hit them in the back with a little car. Like, remember that conversation we had?
Besides that, I meant like
I've never smashed like a total vehicle. No,
I never totaled my vehicle, but I hit it with my truck.
and it could be deadly. Like sometimes they try to jump your car and the hoof will come through and fucking poke you.
Well, some of them can end up in like they can go through a windshield and end up in your fucking car, kicking you in the face and
but
shit.
even the antlers,
Yeah,
they're fucking weapons.
Final destination shit.
Mm-hmm. What else you got, bird boy?
Have I bird? No.
Bird.
Oh, birds. They said bird.
Oh no, and I also said President China.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, but I did see on our people, if you want to check it out, on our latest YouTube short, there's a part where it says, "I don't fuck crabs." But we were talking about one thing. It's on both of us.
Yeah.
It's like the first minute of the short, and it overlapped.
Oh, the subtitles.
Yeah, the subtitles. Like it overlapped. Like I was saying something, and you were saying something, but the auto generated subtitles said for both of us, "I don't fuck crabs."
I don't fuck crabs.
That's on.
I wouldn't know where to fuck them.
I will give it the college try. But it's on our. It's on our episode, the one that was just posted today, which is, what is today, the 8th or the 9th?
8th.
Today's December 8th. So it's our episode 35.
35.
Yep.
That's funny. Some beer news. Or no, some beer facts. Do you know who invented six-pack?
Me, when I was early 20s.
Like, you know where...
Fucking 12.
No, but...
Washboard abs.
Do you see those photos where fat guys push their stomachs against the fence? And they're like, check out my six-pack.
Now I got a keg.
So, what's the blue ribbon beer?
Pabst.
Pabst. So, Pabst are the ones who invented the six-pack. Like, the six-pack of beer.
What was it beforehand? They just sold individuals?
I don't know how they sold them before. But, so according to the American Beer Museum blog, Pabst is believed to be the first brewer to package beer in packs of 6. This practice allegedly caught on after a study determined 6 beers was the ideal weight for the average housewife to host home from a store. An alternative.
Yeah, boy, that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah.
We don't condone that.
Not back then.
Yeah. Yeah, those old ads about like targeting women like that, like, whoa, I can't believe that.
Actually, when I when I read some of these beer facts, I went on YouTube and started watching old beer commercials, which I think we're going to do this on one of the episodes. I want to go back and just kind of like do
the commentary,
like a memory lane or something, like beer, and then we can comment about it.
Did you ever see Snoop Dogg when he comments on like animals, like National Geographic, where there's like a cheetah chasing a rhino or something? It's got Snoop Dogg. He's like, "Oh damn, get out of there! Go, 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 go! Oh, he got him! Damn!"
Instead of like Morgan Freeman.
It's like a voice. It's pretty fucking funny. He also did it with the Olympics. Him and I think it was Kevin Hart.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sorry,
Kevin Hart's funny.
Yeah.
So an alternative explanation was that six-pack fit snugly in the standard paper grocery bag.
Make the fucking grocery bag bigger.
Other theories pose Ballantine, Coca-Cola, and the German immigrant brewmaster William Ostner as the six-pack original creator. Also, Pabst is the only beer company who had a 99 can beer box.
99 can what?
Instead of a six-pack, it's a 99 can pack. So
you could buy a pack of 100 beers?
99, not 100.
Why?
But it's a long, it's a long ass box. Like, I think two people have to hold it, and there's 99 cans in there.
Why can't they do 100?
I don't know. Maybe that's how they package it.
Your fucking package is uneven. Like, you got an uneven package.
So, excuse me. No other beer company has done that.
Who would buy that? I mean, unless it's like really cheap for buying in bulk, but like.
Do you know where Blue Ribbon came from?
No, I don't know these fucking stupid facts.
Excuse me. So, they were awarded Blue Ribbon Award for like best beer, and win whatever category that was.
For first place in a 99 pack because they're the ones that fucking make it?
No, before that. And then what they used to do is they actually would buy blue ribbons and hand tighten them in each bottle. And then that's where it probably wasn't cost effective. So then they came up with that logo with the blue ribbon on it, and that took off.
No, I mean, it's pretty good beer. Like, so people used to love it a lot that we'd always hear about. And then I kind of didn't hear about it for a while. I know it's still around. But now there's a lot more people drinking. So I don't know if something changed or if it just became, a bigger part of the market share. But I don't know if they've changed the recipe or not,
What kind of beer are there? Are they considered craft beer or no?
No.
Probably not, right?
No.
Because
well, whatever that threshold is. Go ahead and reach through. I'll tell you what the threshold is. I got that.
Well, the next beer I wanted to bring up, because I spent some time looking at like some old beer that some you can buy today, some you can't. Have you heard of Mickey's?
Yes. I drank a bunch of that with my brother and his friends in college.
So I'm trying
It's in a green can.
Yeah. So I'm trying to order.
Don't you come in a green can?
Sure. So I'm trying to order some, and
is this like a joke or a true story?
No, I'm seriously trying to order because
like right now while we're talking.
Short. No. Stop interrupting me. I'm ordering. So, Mickey's beer, they have these short, like stubby, bottles.
They're like me. They're built like me.
They look like grenades.
Yeah.
And they would sell these. I think you can buy it on Etsy. Yeah, these clips that go on and it makes it look like a grenade. Yeah, with the ring. Yeah. Because the old Mickey's can was actually a ring, and you had to peel it back.
Oh yeah, I remember those things.
To open it.
Peels used to do that too. Like maybe all the cans did at some point. Yeah. But Peels was Piels.
And then, do you remember when we were at what's the brewery in Rochester? We did the interview. Trip Hammer. Thank you.
Fairport, by the way. I've got to correct that because people will see that on our. Well, if they go to Patreon, but even the audio piece. Yeah. I accidentally said Lockport is Fairport.
So correction.
Yep.
So, they are located in the old American can factory, the first one, right? That's where the cans came from. So I was wondering if, when they were selling Mickey's in U.S. if they used cans from there. But in any case, the cans they had before was a ring, and you had to peel that back to open it.
Yep.
So it was like a grenade. That's funny.
Yeah, I think when we did the Trip Hammer visit, I think that building was like 4 blocks. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, because remember how we were behind the building, and we drove by 3 blocks.
Yeah, no,
and we didn't even finish.
It's fucking huge. American Canning. I mean,
and there's multiple businesses in there.
Now the American Canning, I guess, went out of business in the early '90s or something. But
right, I'm just saying it's so big that they were able to fit multiple.
Yeah, so I was looking at the brewery sizes here. Craft breweries are privately owned and produce less than 15,000 barrels a year.
Okay, so
a barrel is 31 gallons. So whatever that math.
So I guess it depends on what.
Pabst has got to be way over that.
Which last episode, when I asked this, 128 ounces a gallon, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. No, you said no.
I was wondering, like, you got the Beatles. I don't know why this pops in my head. You got the Beatles, like the band from England. What if they were from like Japan? Japanese Beatles.
Japanese Beatles.
I don't know why they just popped in my head.
Well, they're not called British Beatles.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
they're just Beatles.
I'm sure in China, when you buy food, it's not called Chinese food. It's just food.
Well, no,
like French fries are just fries.
The band name is the Beatles. That's it. Doesn't matter what country. If they were from Japan, they would still be the Beatles.
No, you'll never know.
Never know. You'll never know.
No,
that's true because you can't have the Beatles. Oh, and short history about Mickey's. Mickey's was originally introduced in 1962 by Sterling Brewers Inc. of Evansville, Indiana. Mickey's is packaged in both cans and bottles, but is popularly known for its green beehive shaped. So the beehive shaped is the one that looks like a grenade.
Yeah. So what I had was not it was in a regular can. It was not in a grenade.
Okay. So there's these shorts. I'll show you a picture.
Are they still making it? Do you know?
Beehive shaped. Yes. Okay. Waffle bottled, wide mouth. That's the one I was talking about.
You're a waffle wide mouth.
12-ounce bottle, often referred to as a grenade. Mm-hmm. Miller Brewing Company acquired Mickey's and Mickey's Eyes in 1999. So they still are selling. You can still buy Mickey's.
I've had Mickey's. I mean, it was really cheap, and we were drinking it out of those cardboard boxes where you could buy. I don't know what those quantities are, but like, you could buy like a tray, like a cardboard tray of. Is that like 30 beers or 20? I don't know what it is.
Speaking of cardboard boxes, have you probably know Matt Balls?
Why would I know something about Matt's balls? Like, why would you think that I know something about balls?
Okay, a little history. We're going to go back a little bit.
What's a Matt ball?
So,
like Matt's Brewing?
Matt FX Max.
M-A-T-T.
M-A-T-T.
Yeah, I thought you said M-A-X.
Yeah, so...
Saranac.
Yeah, they acquired Saranac. But before that, FX Mad Brewing Company...
Oh, beer balls?
Yeah.
Yo, I am familiar with beer balls. I got a story about that.
So, they used to come in a cardboard box.
Mm-hmm. And I know. I know exactly. Yeah.
So, apparently... So, they're the ones who started this. The beer balls. Mm-hmm. And then Anheuser-Busch adapted the idea.
And how's your bush?
It's good. How's your bush? Adapted the idea. And actually, I wasn't aware. I thought they stopped producing them a long time ago, but Anheuser-Busch continued producing these beer balls till 2007.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
so do you know
the one in Baldwinsville, New York, was the one that last and was 2007. They stopped.
What's the size of a beer ball versus a keg? It's smaller, but I don't know. I just don't know if you had that information in your notes.
The size is just over 5 gallons.
Yeah. Okay.
The beer ball was a hard plastic container, okay, so maybe for those who don't know anything about beer balls,
You know what? Let me explain this because I know. You ever had them? You ever seen them?
I never had it.
Let me see how spot on.
I've heard of it, but I've never had it. And then I got into all these like old beer history. I started looking into, and I found a lot of interesting information.
Let me see if I can describe this. So it starts with, it's very similar to you because it would come in a small box. But I'm familiar with it. So it would
be like putting 20 pounds of shit into a 5-pound bag.
Right. But it was a hard plastic. It was pliable. It wasn't rigid. It would flex a little.
Yeah.
And then it was golden. It was translucent, not opaque where you can't see through.
Plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, plastic you could see through.
Right. So, but it wasn't transparent, like clear. It was
no, it wasn't. It was like a milk jug.
It was like this. It looked like this color.
Yeah.
Like the mugs. So I know this, and I'll tell you why. But yeah, so you put a tap on it and all these things. And they were easy to get
taps were sold separately.
Right. And so that was the big problem. And this all stems from underage drinking. When we did this one year, we don't condone that now if you're going to get
drink
caught
responsibly.
Yeah, if you're going to responsibly, just don't get caught. If you're underage, but just don't drive at all for sure. But so we did that. We had to always get the taps, and then so someone would get a hold of the tap, and we'd have to like rent the tap from some asshole who already had it illegally. Mm-hmm. But we needed to get the beer well. So a friend of mine, this large development that's now here, his grandfather owned the land, but we'd always have these parties out there because it was away from everybody. So we have the beer balls, but then we'd have to get rid of the evidence. So when we had to get rid of them, and it only happened once because we learned our lesson that time, we'd throw it into a burning barrel, like just to burn it. But the first time we didn't realize it was pressurized.
Oh shit!
From the tap. So you.
Oh shit! So you threw with the tap?
No, we took the tap off, but it seals.
Oh, still sealed. Yeah.
So we did it, and woof, our eyebrows gone.
Oh my God.
Like the front of my hair, like Gorbachev.
Oh, I can see. Yeah,
I looked like Gorbachev. It was gone.
Yeah.
And there was just woof, and because we were all around the barrel. It was a few of us.
That's funny.
But that's how I remember.
So I was talking to a friend of mine who remembers them very well, and I'll read a short article here to those who don't know anything about it. But in 1970s, mid 1990s, you may remember the beer ball. Although if you drunk from a beer ball, it is possible you don't remember it.
5 gallons of alcohol, yeah.
The beer ball was a hard plastic container, perfectly round, that held a little more than 5 gallons of draft beer. More than 2 cases of 12-ounce cans or bottles. Attach a tap, give it a few pumps, and wait for the foam to blow off.
Wait. This sounds eerily like some sort of porn description. Give it a couple pumps and wait for the foam to
blow off.
Yeah.
Then have a ball. See? Beer balls seem to be everywhere. Parties was happening. And then someone here. I remember a lot of guys in the 1980s always having a tap for them in their car trunk, like you said. Yeah. Said David Rivers, who grew up in Liverpool, New York, close by, where he worked and sold beer balls at the Gallaville grocery.
Oh, Galeville.
Yeah. Run by his father, Bernie. If you were going to a party, instead of 2 cases of beer, we'd grab a beer ball. And someone always had a tap.
And 30 packs weren't around then.
No. The original beer balls were made by the FX Matt Brewing Company in Utica, starting around 1976. It took a few years, but rival breweries like Coors and Genesee jumped in. By 1980s, the beer ball craze had swept the nation. Anheuser-Busch, the maker of Budweiser and Bud Light, also rolled out the beer balls. Lore has it that Anheuser-Busch big brewery near Baldwinsville was the last place in the U.S. to produce beer balls, ending production possibly as late as 2007.
Mm-hmm. That's cool history, because that's all local to us.
Yeah. And unique, right?
Yeah.
So apparently the cardboard boxes, there's more to this story, but if you guys want to Google beer balls, and it's a pretty cool, interesting article. But the boxes were lined with like plastic almost.
Yeah, like so it's water. The condensation one is make a saggy box.
It wasn't
Nobody
like
likes a saggy box.
It wasn't like super waterproof, but got beard hair in my mouth.
Call it what you want.
It's not your pubes, don't worry.
Don't have any.
So, and it was black.
Don't have any.
So, they were designed that way because you would put ice in the box. Right. And then that would cool the beer, and then you finish drinking. So, talked to a friend of mine who was like, oh, yeah, he's like, beer balls, I remember. And he said, he goes, the price of the tap for the beer ball was like half the price of the beer ball.
Because people were just fucking ripping you off.
So he was like, fuck that, we would just get 2 beer balls instead of getting a tap. And then they would go in the woods or like cornfields or whatever. They take the knife and fucking cut the top off. And then you just take the plastic cup and just everybody dips in.
But is the beer carbonated?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, like when you first cut it, it's sprayed. It actually says in the article, it was always funny, first person gets sprayed when they cut the top off.
I don't want to dip my cup into something
so they would,
a dirty cup in.
Instead of getting a tap, they would cut the top off, and everybody dips their plastic cups. And he goes, at the end, nobody would drink the bottom because like you would drink your cup and you had to like go take a piss, you put it on the ground, and then you pick it up, you go get more beer and all that shit,
dirt
like
crumbs,
like grass and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. Like some people, what they would do, like cut it off and then wear it on their heads like fucking astronauts.
So now they don't make them anymore.
No.
You ever hear of whiskey dick?
No.
Whiskey dick is a phrase about like if you can't get a boner, you drank so much you can't get a boner.
I see.
But now that they don't make beer balls, we could just call it beer balls. Like, I got beer balls. I can't get an erection.
I went on eBay and I was trying to find if I could buy the beer ball, and I couldn't find one.
Yeah, I mean it's been gone for.
So since it was
23 years, right?
No, not 23 years.
13, 15, 17?
17 years. Yeah.
It's late and I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, me too. So since it originated here in central New York area, I'm going to ask around and see if I can find it because I really would like to find
That's
one
cool
of those.
history, yeah.
And then when we meet with Fred Matt at Saranac, I want to bring it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I wonder if they have it. So why?
It's probably on display somewhere,
why
right?
they did it and why they stopped doing it? They did it because their father got a really good deal on plastic, and they were able to afford to make that. And
well, I'm sure they didn't make the ball, right? Like someone else probably made the ball.
No, but they had to buy plastic and everything. But it was they got a good deal. So plastic got more expensive.
They got a good deal for like 5 years or 10 years worth of plastic?
I guess.
Wow.
So then it wasn't making sense to make and take a loss, like because the beer prices went up, and as the beer prices went up, nobody wanted to pay that much, so they had to get rid of that plastic and reduce the price of the beer in order to be affordable.
And kegs had to be around longer than that, right?
Because those beer balls went from like, I think it's at $14 and up to like $20-some, and then the sales dropped.
I mean, that's actually pretty expensive back then, I suppose.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
$14 for two cases of beer,
2 cases of 12.
But this would have been in the late 70s, you said, right? When they started.
Yes.
So it's, $7 a case 40 years ago. So it's not. I mean, I don't know how the inflation numbers work and shit like that.
And it was also craft beer, so you could get it filled with craft beer because FX Matt Brewery was a craft beer.
I guess I don't even really know when craft beer started. I mean, I guess everything started as craft beer first because you got to ramp up to get to that level.
Right. Well, remember Haberly, I mean, they opened in Syracuse in 1856.
Yeah.
Or 55.
Yeah.
One of those.
Let me see when...
So I thought it was interesting to share some of this some of these historic beer facts.
Yeah, because we're an educational podcast and we want people to learn.
Yeah, tune in and take notes.
There'll be a quiz. sometime. You give it to us.
Oh, I forgot to mention something earlier when I was talking about the Chinese hacking organization. So recently, Meta broke up 5 large Chinese networks, and they did that within, I think, few months, where in the past they were able to break up 2 in like a year. So I'm bringing this back because elections are, I know there's still a while, but before you know it, it's going to be around the corner. And there's going to be a lot of fucking bullshit. There's going to be a lot of fake news. There's going to be a lot of propaganda shit.
Yeah, it's starting out already.
It's just going to get worse. Just be careful what you read online. Be careful what articles you come across, especially on social medias. Just don't fall into these campaigns that the China runs, or not just China, other countries like Russia as well.
Just do your research, yeah.
But some people don't have time to do research, so they're gonna see or hear something, or they see that people are repeating, and they might just take it and run with it. So don't fall for it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't automatically assume what you heard 10 people repeating is truth.
Well, and that's in life. I mean, it's more easily disseminated through a public media like TV or something. But
it's really unfortunate that journalism has come to the point where it's weaponized by government.
Mm-hmm. Not weaponized and manipulated, and
not only by local, but by foreign as well. And it's from journalism now to social media and internet, additional tools for them to use. So just like an awareness for people, just be more careful. Think about what you're reading, what people are saying. Question it.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting that journalists have fallen into this race. Who's going to be first? Who's going to pay how much?
Right.
Even knowingly that they're producing biased news.
And to what end?
And journalism's supposed to be inconvenient. Like when you're a journalist, you're supposed to find information and make things inconvenient. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Inconvenience based on truth, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're supposed to make things difficult for companies, for government.
Yeah, discover and
just find out.
What's that called? Reveal.
Reveal, yeah. Make things uncomfortable, inconvenient, tough. Like,
well, where's the integrity? Like when you go to bed at night, you like, I did a great job. I lied to everybody, and I'm spewing shit out, and it's not fucking true. I feel like I'm a great person.
The integrity with journalism has really deteriorated in a very short period of time.
And not limited to just journalism. It's really in our government.
I know it's always been there.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I don't want to say I know, but I'm sure. I'm convinced it always has been there. It's always been used and manipulated. But not to this point where it's so transparent nowadays that
you can almost see it.
They just admit it. They just of course. Yeah. Of course I'm going to report the news that will not inconvenience a political side with the views that I agree.
Well, it used to be that there could be a lie of some sort. But the reason they're doing it now is to benefit another party somewhere else. Before you could just lie. It's like, bad lie. I got some news out of it. Fine. But now it's like you said, it's weaponized. It's a reason to affect someone else negatively, and it's really just disgusting.
And really, all that information is bought and paid for by parties that benefit from it.
Yeah. Yep.
From pharmaceutical companies to government to even local small businesses that will buy and manipulate local small government and small journalist companies or whatever they call news outlets.
Yeah, and it's not everybody, but
not everybody.
So just do your research, know your source.
Absolutely. And It's easy to say do your research because when I do research, it kind of takes time.
That's right. And we're a nation of convenience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people want things convenient, easy, fast now, right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
we talked about how people bitch about waiting too long for deliveries.
But that's the way our country, everything's fast.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't respond to an email within 10 minutes, like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. I want it. I want it now. Yeah. So
I saw Simpsons. They deep fried up. This thing will deep fry a buffalo in 46 seconds. I want it now. Like, that's just the way the country. Everything they want it so quick.
yeah.
And
We have busy schedules. Some have families, so we don't have time for research.
all the time.
But we can be cautious. We can take seconds and just say, well, is this true?
Right.
Or who's benefiting? Like,
as you said, question.
Every time I tell my son this, I say every time you hear some information, some news, first think of who's benefiting from this, and then ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, and best to ask opposing questions to keep a conversation going. No matter what somebody pressures you or calls you, because nowadays if you say anything against the Democratic Party, automatically you're like, oh, you're a Trumpster. Like, what does that even fucking mean?
Well, and we say things
like, what does
against
that even mean?
Party.
What if I just don't agree with what you're saying? I don't have to be. And why is there this label on the Trumpster? Like, why do I have to be a Trumpster? It makes no sense to me. And it's just this ignorant response every time, because they don't have a leg to stand on.
Right.
And if you do, have a conversation with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I always talk.
Yeah. So, I think with that, I really don't have too much more to say
today.
Yeah.
So
Trying to think if there were any more jokes.
We got a busy day tomorrow.
Yes.
These guys won't hear this.
I want to thank everyone who contributed to help us get a new camera.
Yeah, so we keep upgrading equipment. We
got a new camera,
main camera.
Yeah, that with the previous one, it wasn't a bad camera. It just the limitation on recording to prevent overheating. We had to stop every 29 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, so we haven't taken a break. People are like, man, these guys got to pee, and we didn't have to do it. These guys got to pee and refill.
Yeah, I actually do have to.
Just let it go, man. Just let it go.
I got it. I got my Depends on. So this is our first episode with our new camera that we can record with nonstop. It'll help us tremendously with interviews. It will cut down on time. That we have to stop the camera and then reset everything and push record and start over. And sometimes you have that thought in your mind and you lose it, and I hate doing that to our guests, but this will help us. So thank you to those who contributed. And we hope that you guys will continue to contribute, and our Patreon will grow, and when our website is up and we have merchandise, you'll help us to fund this channel, and so that we can continue providing this hopefully entertaining to you guys episodes and information, and this will help us with travel and get content for our podcast to reach out breweries and do interviews and businesses.
Yeah, and we so Brew Brothers also, we'll mention them.
Yeah,
BRU Brothers.
Yeah.
They sent us like a merch pack.
Yeah.
There's a ton of shit in it.
Big ass envelope with a bunch of stuff on there, and they made it onto our board.
Yeah.
And we'll give them a shout out, and we'll reach out and thank them.
Yeah. So thank you for that, all that stuff, and we've got some busy days ahead, and
and we'll continue working around holidays to stick with our schedule with the release of our podcast episodes, and continuing on our content.
So let's grade this before we forget.
Sounds good.
I am a 4 all day, every day.
I am also at 4.
Yeah. It's good.
I think
We drank half it before we even knew we were doing
this. I know. It was mindless. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
No, that's a good job.
So yeah, 4 easy all day.
And that's why Treehouse is so successful, because they're good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, followers. Thank you to all the listeners. Thank you to all the Patreon subscribers. We hope to see more. And till next time.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.